sure I unmute everybody. We good? Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome one and all to Once Upon a Tabletop, where we tell conspiracy tales using tabletop RPGs. I'm your host and game master, Shane Rachels, joined by our beloved Season 1 cast. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Season's greetings.
Season's greetings,
Season's
indeed. We're jumping into episode 15, and this is the most scared I have ever been for a D&D episode, because like 5-6 episodes, I did a bit, and now I have to play out the bit.
Hey.
Shouldn't have brought in a Mowgli.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said we have Thursday night meetings. And by the way, it's Thursday.
So
Yeah, you didn't even remind him what day of the week it was. Right as we're supposed to leave.
You should have made us leave the city on a Wednesday and just never have us in the city on Thursdays.
Just never a Thursday. You know, that would have been a good idea. Let's retcon a little bit, and no, we're gonna play it out. Just because I'm curious what Mowgli's gonna do. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a kind of Mowgli centric episode for a little bit. We get to learn some more about Aggy, and I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
Me too.
And we'll see how it goes. But before we do that, we do, of course, have a couple of quick notes. The first one being, you won't see us interact with chat during this episode. You can, however, stick around for bonus action after the episode's over to ask questions, talk about the episode, talk about the new lore bits we're going to get for Aggie, probably, and some more, and everything else you can think of. That's about it. We need to do a recap of our last episode, and I'm curious on what the recap's going to be like, because the last episode was very, very heavy with some lore drops and stuff. So who wants to volunteer to recap what is essentially my magnum opus for this campaign?
That was the one person who can't put their finger on their nose and we can all see.
That's no fair. I was like 2 weeks ago. I forgot everything. No. And my notes. Oh my gosh! If you've seen, Raina knows. Raina knows about my notes. They're okay.
Hey Shane, we're echoing because I think you have us up and it's picking up the audio.
We're echoing because what? Oh.
Because you have us up.
Never mind. I got it. Should be good. All right, continue.
Try.
Let me zoom in on my notes here.
Zoom in.
Oh yeah. Zoom in. God. Okay, so we come back after defeating Vecna. Well, we didn't defeat Vecna, but we did stuff with Vecna, and Aggie and Soul and Nox get to go shower together and have hot boy shower time, while Raylith talks to Min, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. About everything that happens, and then Sol and Aggie get cured of their amphibianism gills, essentially, and then they all get teleported to a world with a god who sucks and wants. Yeah. I'm reading my notes sideways, guys, so that's why I am unable to. Fuck you, Dorito Man. That is what I see on my notes. So if anyone else would like to do this.
Paylor is now Dorito Man. Hold on. I need to put that in my notes. Paylor equals
threats. boring. This guy sucks.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Anger, hostility. I don't know. He is so convoluted. Go Aggie, go. That's what I got for you. That is my notes, believe it or not.
Well, you know what? That's the recap. That's what you guys get. This is a perfect time to plug our YouTube. You can find previous episodes available there. You could search us at Once Upon a Tabletop or just follow the links down there somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's down there. I should probably check and make sure it's down there, but I'm pretty sure it is. That being said, there's a lot of lore in the last episode. We may be talking about that sometimes. So if for some reason you haven't watched the last episode and you don't want to be spoiled, feel free to go watch that and then watch this later. But that being said, let's get into the game. We ended our last episode with a bit of an awkward situation with Saul trying to figure out where exactly they were going to sleep in the barracks room and having all the beds swapped around and ending up in a situation where you guys are all sleeping in the same room for the first time. With the night, moving on and everybody getting their long rest, which you can mark a long rest. The morning comes probably a bit sooner than everybody expected. The last few days have been very, very strenuous, very stressful for everybody. And it's definitely one of the situations where when the sun begins to peek through the small window that you guys have in your barracks and everyone begins to wake up, a lot of that stuff is, it's coming back and it's pushing in and it's kind of, hard to really think about, hard to deal with. What is everybody's thought process as you wake up and now you kind of figured out what's going on and everything's happening? Like what's the vibe in the room now that you guys have had time to think about everything you guys have been through up to this point?
I feel like Raylith would be kind of just like, we're actually leaving Astra today. Like that would be her first and foremost thought. She hasn't been outside the walls, aside from through the rifts and stuff for certain stuff. Like this has been her whole life in the city. So it's kind of like stepping away from that for her. So probably a little bit like, maybe not downtrodden for her, but like definitely looks like she's thinking pretty heavy on that.
Okay.
Zen is thinking about, his order and the bigger picture of making sure that everyone is going to be protected, that this is the right thing, and there's so much that he's learning, and it's just a matter of, knowing that he's doing the right thing to accomplish something great, and that Aggie may be right all along, and that scares him a little bit.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Aggie is pissed off,
All right. Why?
but he's also happy that everything he has always been saying is true. It just may not be his previous hostility was probably not on the right person, but the entire conspiracy thing is true. So he may be a little jubilant over that, but he's also very mad.
Okay. So Aggie's very happy, but also pissed off. What does that look like for Aggie? Because those are two very conflicting emotions.
He's not talking, so there's that. but he's trying to like put on a front of trying to smolder, but keeps like he's not doing a very good job because he keeps smiling a little bit, but then getting mad, and then smiling, and then getting mad.
I imagine this is almost like psychopathic behavior for Aggie. Like, it's got to look weird.
Yeah, for probably the first time in anyone's existence, Aggie is stuck in his own head.
Okay. And what about Saul? How's he feeling this morning?
I think he's just focused on getting everyone out of the city. So he's just trying to make sure everyone's prepared and he's prepared, and he's more focused on all of that than really any emotion that he may be feeling in the moment.
Okay. Okay. As the sun begins to get a little bit higher in the sky and permeate the barracks room, it's worth noting that a lot of times when you guys wake up, there's a knock on the door, someone moving somewhere to assign you something to do for the day, or someone coming in with a briefing on a mission or goal for you know, the Guardian Corps and what you guys are doing. That doesn't happen today. Your captain technically is in the room with you. What do?
So Aggie, you said we can't leave until you have family business to do.
Yeah. I gotta go talk to some people, but that won't happen until later today.
Aside from that, do
Zin,
we
do you
have
remember when the meeting is? Because I don't.
Zen's invited to your family meeting?
He knows about it.
Right. We're family. We grew up together.
Okay.
Yep. Wasn't it 6 o'clock?
I thought you said we'd be leaving by like then.
I mean, I don't remember when the meeting was, but I know it's today because Bartleby told me it was today.
I believe it's 6 o'clock.
I mean, if it's just a family thing, can you not do it sooner? Can you not go and be like, hey, kind of got called away?
There's a lot of us, and a lot of things are going to be said.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like a group gathering type of situation.
Right. And he may not be able to see his family again.
Okay,
Yeah, we're all
night.
probably going to die anyway, so you
That
might
happens
know.
like every time we go into a portal, there's that chance. You haven't already kind of
Yeah, you should
accepted
probably
that?
go say bye to your family and say it was nice knowing you, and then we get scooted off to Cove City.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I want to do that.
So you're just going to disappear for a number of days without telling your family what's going on.
I joined the Guardian Corps. The
Yeah,
day I
but
left was the day they assumed I'd
Guardians
probably
don't
not be.
go away for days at a time. It's usually like a couple hours, or they're dead.
We live here. We don't go home.
You haven't been home since we've been with the Guardians?
No.
Really?
Yes.
So you just joined up and are like, fuck you, family, I'm out. You're never going to see
I'm
me
doing this
again.
for my family and for Astra, but I knew what I signed up for. You don't really seem like a family person. I don't know. You just kind of always had the. you literally were like talking about stealing rations and stuff at one point. Like, I mean, unless that's like for your family, I guess I could see that. But like, I don't know. You just always kind of gave off this like Aggie is for Aggie and screw everyone else kind of a vibe for before.
No, I have family. I have mother, father,
I'm
sister.
sure you have them, but do you care about them?
I have a niece and nephew.
Do you care about them?
You know, I haven't seen a lot of them in a while. I've seen my sister every once in a while, but you know,
Really, what is going on with the questionings?
I'm just saying, like, Aggie never seemed like a family person, and now suddenly, like, he wants to go see family.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
lot that you don't know,
we've
but he's
we've only worked together for about a week. I know it feels a lot longer. I know it feels like,
months, years.
not.
like 5 months or something. But we've only really worked together for a week.
Yeah. He's entitled to see his family.
Which means you've been away from your family for like a week.
Yeah. So I want to go see my family before we're marching off to another city for several days. And tell them I'm not dead, but I may be coming back.
Well, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah. It's not all alive, but
So we have
So
to
I
sit
guess-
here and wait till 6 for this to happen so we can leave?
I
It just
don't know,
seems like a
get some
really long time.
rations, eat some food, prepare for our journey.
You act like I haven't
Maybe
packed
find
knowing we're leaving like yesterday.
find out more information about what our journey's going to be like besides what Soul has been telling us.
From who?
I don't know.
Go
The
find
library?
random scouts lying around. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll finish prepping, I guess, while you do your family thing.
I mean, if you guys want to be those people just ripping me away from saying bye to my family, I guess we could do that too.
I'm not saying we're doing that. I'm just saying it's weird that we're having to wait for that.
It seems like you kind of want to, There's going to be like 30 or 40 of us here at this event thing.
That's so many people.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of halflings.
Y'all are all, every one of you related.
We've been stuck in this city for 300 years. Yeah, we're all kind of related. It's getting a bit incestuous in here.
Oh. Well. Y'all do you.
We
Got
all
it.
I would have
We
never known
all-
you had so many questions about a man wanting to spend time with his family before he goes to uncharted lands to him.
You've always been like this business person. Like, get to it and let's go. Like, not, I don't know, just feels weird.
Me?
It's all I'm
Business
asking.
person?
No, him. I would
Oh.
never call you that.
He's been lying to you. He's not any more business than I am.
What's Zen Light about?
Huh?
What is Zen
Yeah.
Light about?
Yeah, Aggie.
He's been to a monk. He's from a monastery. Have you ever seen a monastery in this town?
No, but I've never left this town either.
Neither is he.
I mean, that's his business. I'm just saying your business is holding up our business.
Yeah, I have to go talk to the people who, I've known my entire lives, and we've just, we're comrades in the world of, fart action. Because, living down there so close to the ground, you're prime fart height. And
Can you
people
just go do your thing now?
fart
So we
all
can
the time.
leave?
It's a smelly world out here.
What a distraction.
Just
Sand.
go.
DM, when exactly is this meeting?
The meeting is at 1:00, just after lunch.
Ah, okay.
It was definitely earlier in the day. I think we were supposed to be back and leaving at the latest by 6.
Oh, that's why I said 6. So
That's why
we're
you got
leaving at
6.
6. Okay.
I think
thought we were leaving
Aggie
at
would
8.
know this, but I also feel like he probably wouldn't correct Zen, which is why I didn't say anything.
Yeah, he can't know all my secrets.
What do?
I don't even think he knows my first name. Breakfast, right?
Bartholomew.
Breakfast. Get some. No, no. Good guess though.
I'm not sure I remember your first name, if I'm being honest.
I do. It's dumb.
Okay. All right, so you guys had to get some
Usually
breakfast
goes
then?
by Aggie. Say again?
I said you guys are going to get breakfast then?
Yeah. Breakfast and then anything Raylith can do to like prep for leaving early.
Okay. We've spent plenty of time in the cafeteria, so you guys know what the area is like. You go in, you get some food, some bacon, some eggs. It's not very busy in there this morning. It is. I mean, there's a handful of people in there at this point, but not many. So it's easy enough to just kind of get your food, sit down, eat, and move on. Tomas is not there today. In case Zin was wondering. As for preparing, it's mainly, I assume, to a certain degree, at least Saul is kind of leading the charge as far as preparing. It's making sure that you have enough rations, making sure your camping gear, sleeping bags, tents, fire kits, that kind of stuff. A lot of this stuff you guys would already have, because this is the kind of stuff that you would need for spending potentially multiple days inside a rift in unfamiliar territory. There's not a lot of gathering required so much as checking the equipment that you currently have and making sure that everything is up to par, and then getting it replaced or whatever if you need to, which is an easy enough kind of thing to do. Does anybody have anything special they want to do during the morning?
In part of the gathering of supplies, I want to get a couple healing potions, if that's possible.
Healing potions. I think they would be easy enough to request in moderation. You would just kind of head to, I imagine there's a section of the Guardian complex. Normally this would be a situation where you would just ask Torch to do this for you. But Torch is nowhere to be found this particular morning. And I think there is a section of the Guardian complex where, as you kind of make your way down, you would find kind of like a quartermaster type area, a few storerooms and stuff that are fairly close together, where there would be a person that you can ask. And I think you would be able to get 2 standard healing potions.
Okay.
As kind of a per squad kind of, what's the term I'm looking for here? Almost like a ration themselves, if that makes sense. Allowance, I guess, would be the word. Yeah, allotment is another good one. Yeah, I think you would be able to get 2 standard healing potions from them. Anything else? Anything in particular you guys would be doing?
So we can get rope.
Rope is easy. 50 feet of hempen rope.
I don't think Raylith would really do much. I think she'd just go about her day prep nothing special for her.
Okay. It's perfectly
I
fine
think I would
if
do
no
the
one has.
same.
Okay.
Get some rope and some calligraphy tools.
Calligraphy tools. I don't know that you could get those from. Well, they might give you map making tools. It would like cartographer tools. I don't know that it would be what you need for calligraphy though.
Okay, well, I'll take the photographer tools.
Okay, yeah.
Just to try to make a map so when we go out, you know, we can have a understanding of what's out there.
Yeah, okay. Cartography tools would be easily requestable via the Guardian Complex as well. The Guardian Core, because like people make maps all the time to keep track of where they are and stuff when they're in rifts. So that would be something they would, have on hand and able to dole out as necessary. Okay. If nobody has anything, super specific you want to do during the morning, no visits or talks or anything you want to do, then we can fast forward to right about mid-afternoon. It is just after lunchtime, and Aggie, your family meeting starts about 30 minutes or so. How would you be preparing for the situation?
I am frozen.
I don't think you are any longer. Now I'm seeing you move. Discord is acting wacky today.
Okay, I was going to ask if I could cobble enough stuff together to make a forgery kit.
A forgery kit?
Yeah.
This is definitely not something you could request, and it's not something that you could go through the city to get either, because technically it is against the law. Give me a... I guess I would count it as an investigation check.
Alright. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. 13.
13. You could find... 13 isn't super great. Let me think. I think you could find enough pieces, pens and ink, some various types of parchment, but depending on what you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to make would be at disadvantage with what you can find, if that makes sense.
Okay. I will add that and just make a note that it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, because I think you could find some pieces of what you need, but you're probably missing a couple of components that would normally come with a kit that you can't quite get your hands on, if that makes sense.
Okay. As to preparing for this meeting, I don't think Aggie is going to do a whole lot. Maybe go to the meeting place early, but kind of stake it out before it happens, just to see the people coming and going before the meeting.
Okay. I think probably in the hour or so before the meeting, a lot of people would be gathering up. This meeting is held typically at Granny Adelaide's place of residence, an apartment building on the eastern side of town, kind of close to where the wall and stuff is. This housing area is typically built specifically for halflings, meaning the buildings have more floors, but they're shorter because the floors are only, the roofs and buildings are only built to be 6 feet tall rather than being like a standard 10 or 15 feet for larger races. And a lot of it's built out of kind of natural stone and stuff like that that's been farmed. There's probably 30 to 40 apartments in this building. Granny Adelaide, however, has a collection of like 3 apartments that have been kind of connected, like had these rooms and stuff built in between them, so that like the entire back end of the first floor of this apartment building is like one giant apartment, where she typically holds these kind of meetings and things. Over the course of the hour before the meeting, I think one by one or in pairs here and there, some of the main halflings in this kind of group, so to speak, are gathering over that period of time. Would you be looking for anyone in particular, or just trying to gauge?
I guess I'm kind of seeing like if is there anyone who is going into the apartment that's usually not part of the meetings, or is there anyone like outside the meeting just keeping watch out of the apartment, like keep just kind of loitering around?
Yeah, there would be someone kind of keeping watch. It's probably, you would know they use some of the halfling kids for this. Every once in a while, like on the buildings across the street, as it were, there's a bunch of like halfling kids kind of playing on the stoop, tossing a like one of those rubber balls back and forth, playing some type of game. They seem to be, keeping watch and kind of seeing who's going in and out.
Any larger folks hanging out?
Larger folks, there's
Tall
probably
people?
there's
Okay.
probably a lot of them, a lot of people walking around. I mean, back and forth, moving throughout the city, going their way towards, because this is especially after like right after the lunch hour. Probably a lot of people who like came home for lunch in one of the adjacent apartment buildings or adjacent homes, who came home to eat and are now heading back towards, say, the agriculture department or agriculture section of the city, or heading back towards the artisans district, something like that. A fair amount of them, I would say. I do think you are frozen again. I think he might have DC'd. Interesting. Well, meanwhile, Stephen and Courtney are both gone. Soul, just to fill some dead space. What are you doing?
Like I said, I think. Oh,
No, I think he came back for a second.
I think all is. Instead of like, I'm sure that they've already gathered everything and like they have all of the supplies they need. I think he's just kind of working from memory on adding the rift that they were in to his notebook. Where he has like the collection of all of the different rifts and where they're located and all of that. So he's just kind of working on that.
Okay, just kind of updating the map from memory, keeping track of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Meanwhile, Mowgli has returned. I think he looks like he's frozen again. The question is, there he goes. Internet issues abound.
Apparently. I was gonna ask, does Granny Adelaide have family?
Yeah, she's called Granny for a reason. She has a couple of generations under her.
And they all live in these apartments smushed together?
Yeah, I would say so. There's a couple of apartment buildings that are kind of like next to each other that are kind of dedicated to, because technically, right, in a place where materials and resources are so limited, using less resources to build more houses like you would do for halflings or something like that, kind of makes sense to do, right? And so this would be kind of dedicated halfling housing, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll quarter till. I'll go into the apartment.
Okay. You enter the apartment to find a group of about 25 or so halflings. Some of them you recognize, Bartleby, for example, Granny Adelaide, your neighbor. I don't have a name for them, but is somebody you frequently talk to, that kind of thing. And some of them that appear to be new members, maybe since the last time one of these meetings happened. Potentially, or people who don't show up as often, if that makes sense. These aren't like required meetings. These are the kind of situation where you come to discuss new happenings or new information to be disseminated to other members of the group. That kind of thing. It's kind of what these meetings are for. It's just a check-in type situation. But yeah, probably 25 or 30 halflings in this kind of apartment. Most of them are standing around having, drinking some water, having small bits of conversation. Some of them are still catching up on lunch, eating their, rationed bits, stuff like that.
I will kind of uncharacteristically, like, just maybe get a snack and kind of scoot into like the back of the room, kind of out of everyone's way.
Okay.
And just wait. I kind of want to hear what other people say first before I speak on what's been going on.
Okay. The meeting starts. Granny Adelaide presents herself coming out of what would be her bedroom area in this kind of extra large size apartment. She walks over to one particular room, kind of like a dining room, with one of those long tables, you know what I'm talking about, where she has these meetings and stuff. Sets up at one end, and when she does, she kind of goes up into the roof and pulls down almost like a projector on a hinge type thing. Pulls it down, and you see like a whiteboard kind of thing on the other side where there's a chart with these names and stuff and lines kind of drawn in between them. You would recognize a lot of the lines on there. Amara Silverstrand definitely being one of them, as well as her assistants. You would also recognize the name of the one senator, the one council member that was voted in that I now have to find the name of. Where is it at? Oh, I have all these fucking crash reports on
Organa Hale?
Yeah, Organa. Hold on, let me pull up the stuff. Okay, there we go. As well as Boreal Steel Grip. And a few other names that you would probably recognize, but that haven't come up for whatever reason or another. Another one would be Celestina Hornby, and Agatha Drayton. Other more popular council members and stuff who have been voted in the past couple of years, that kind of thing. As well as Rex Manderville, who is one who is kind of the leader of the agriculture like work detail, if that makes sense. The meeting starts, and immediately, like, Granny Adelaide, oh, yes, well, what more new information do we have regarding our group of dissidents here? And Bartleby will step up. Oh, yes, ma'am. Boreal Steel Grip met with Amara Silverstrand just 3 days ago, involving some type of situation the Guardian Corps is dealing with. I couldn't grab any details, but to my knowledge, something may be afoot. It seems there's something they're not telling us, and this kind of nothing burger type thing happens for a few minutes. There's not really any new information to be given here. Most people are just kind of echo chambering off of each other. When they mention one name, like Boreal and Amara, someone else would be like, "Well, I saw them, having lunch earlier today. They were just a few minutes ago. They were deep in conversation about something that they didn't want me to overhear." That kind of thing. For probably about 20 minutes or so.
Aggie, like, the longer, like, just nothing is really happening, just people talking back and forth, not saying a whole lot with no meaning, he'll just, like, start getting more and more frustrated until the point where he'll slam on his tauntaun and just go, "What the fuck are we doing here?
At this,
What are we trying to accomplish here? Just be the nosy neighbors looking at your window, watching people interact? We're not doing anything."
at this, I think 25 to 30 sets of eyes would all turn towards Aggie in the back of the room. Granny Adelaide will kind of stand up from her seat at the end of the table. Yes, do you have something to add, young Aggie?
Yeah, when was the last time anyone brought any valuable information to this group? What was the last time anything was acted upon besides getting people in positions to watch these people?
I think there would be something like a general hubbub, just a kind of murmur of everyone kind of talking back and forth. One person at the end of the table, closer to Granny Adelaide, would be like, "Well, there was the situation involving the grain shortage just last month. We firmly believe that hold on, let me look at the name again.
Rex Mandrill?
Yeah,
Manderville?
Manderville. That Manderville had something to do with that. We believe that he's keeping the food for the elite, making sure that that the council members and their families have more to eat. No, we haven't found any proof of such thing yet, but we are investigating. Yes.
So just a random accusation where you believe that this is happening? This is all we've had for the last, I don't know, few years of meeting and spying on these people?
Bartleby will speak up at this point. These people keep their information close at hand. If we want to find this information, we must take the efforts to get it. That's
And
the
what
way
are you
these
doing?
things.
Just hoping they will talk to you? Hoping they will just, after years of loyal service, they'll start telling you their evil plans or let something loose slip?
That's the plan. Yes, these types of operations take decades. Even read the stories. These types
We
of
don't have decades. We are at war and we're losing.
with this grinning Adelaide. Yeah. What do you mean?
Aggie will start slowly, like, kind of quietly drumming on his tauntaun. He will also cast Major Image.
Okay. Major Image has sounds and effects and stuff like that with it, right?
Verbal, somatic, and material of it, please.
No, I mean, as far as the spell itself, I know minor illusion is just like a
Yes.
picture. Major illusion or major image has the whole effect, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can create an image of an object, creature, or some other phenomenon that's no larger than a 20-foot cube. You can change the image to include sound, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted, but it can't deal damage or cause conditions.
Okay. Yeah.
And with the initial part of the major image, Aggie's just going to kind of like dim the lights just slowly, and he's going to go into a spiel about a week ago I became a guardian. You all probably heard about it. Went into a rift. Very first day. Amazing, right? Closed it, fought a dangerous monster, and the shadow will coalesce into the dragon that we fought in the middle of the table, or the dragon that we saw with Minosha the first time we met her.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also show the dragon ripping apart Arthur and killing Arthur.
At this, you would definitely get a gasp of shock and horror from a lot of the members. Some of them won't quite give that same reaction, but a lot of them will jump back a little bit even.
Through closed the portal, everyone was safe. You've all probably heard about it. And why am I telling you this? You know, it's what Granny told me I should be doing. Join the Guardians. This is what Guardians do. What you don't know is I've been through 3 other rifts this week. No one knows about that. And each one of these rifts, there were people who abused their power, destroyed the world, and let the world crumble around them. I will show like the city of Sharn from the outside of it kind of all being wrecked. I will show uh, some of like signs of destruction, the puppets that Rayla turned into. Um, and I would just go, this man in this city, he tried to save his people. His world was dying just much like ours. And his thought process was he gained enough power and turned his people into mindless puppets, stole their life energy. And I'll show the image of Bryn's lab, of him sucking the energy out of Raylith and putting it into a puppet, as well as just the image of Bryn cobbling together parts of other people into him.
More gasps.
And then the other portal I went through, it was a bustling city, full of life, full of people carrying on. There was trade going on between other cities, something that we've never even heard of in our lifetime. We've been stuck behind the wall for so long, we rarely communicate with any of the cities near us. But this city was a beacon of hope. It was all sham. Underneath it all, it was just hedonism and sadism and corruption from the top down. There is someone was in charge of the city. She called herself a god. And her way of getting answers was brutally murdering people. And I'll show the image of, oh crap, what's her name? The
Loth?
Palor person.
Oh, I forget what I named her. I have purged that particular thing from my memory. But yeah.
I'll show a picture of her, in a tortured visage of, I don't know, whatever Lolth did to her.
I mean,
And
spider chick.
this ruler calls herself a goddess. Transform this person into a mindless abomination. And I'll show the Drider.
Claudia.
Claudia, that was it.
There you go. And I go, I show you these things not because of trying to just show like the wonderful things I've done. We didn't close the rift to that last city. We actually went to that city through another portal within a portal. That's still going on. It's those people who are in charge, those goddesses, those maniacs who are doing everything they can to save their people. And I know for a fact that that some of these powerful beings have turned their eye on Astra. In fact, just last night, beneath the streets of Astra, I ran into one of them. This old, creepy guy who could transform himself into whatever he likes opened up a portal beneath our feet. Luckily, we closed it, but we're just worried about what people go out to lunch with, where food is going. We've been dealing with that for 200 years. It's not going to change in the next few years. These outsiders are coming for us, and you're here just eavesdropping on if Boreal had meatloaf or Salisbury steak for dinner. Who fucking cares? We're not doing anything. Years ago, I fell under the tutelage of a man. Some of you probably did the same thing. His name was Senga. He told of people manipulating the population of Astra, that something else is going on, that we were all part of some sort of experiment. We all assumed it was people in charge. Amaya, Boreal, Agatha, Rex. But the real threat is not these people, it's the people who are controlling them. Right? The people who are assaulting our city. You need to find these people. You need to really dig in. Question Boreal, or question Rex on what happened to the grain shipment. Don't take no passing answer for fact. Just push him. Go for it. I would be here. I would do it if I was going to stay here. But in fact, I'm not. I'm leaving in a few hours. I'm leaving the city, possibly for good. Going to Cove City. It's a death sentence, really. Someone in Cove City knows my name, knows the name of my squad members, wants to meet us. How do they know? I don't know. Could be one of these gods that I've met. Could be someone in charge. It could be someone in this room. But it's death sentence. But that's what that's the job that Granny gave me, was the death sentence. So I'm going to do it. If you want to save the city, protect it not from people in it, but I don't know. Just don't fucking keep spying on people and saying they had.
I hate that the speech is being interrupted. I hope it comes back relatively soon.
On the funny side, he looks like he's into this shit.
Oh yeah.
Look at that
Yeah,
face.
he's having fun.
Oh, yeah,
Getting
he's cooking.
He is. This is a defining Aggie moment. The internet said, "Nah, fam." Meanwhile, to fill some dead space, this might be an interrupted, depending on how long it takes him to come back. But what is everybody else doing?
Graylith is starting to think on the shit, have I visited family? He's back.
He's back. He's back.
I'm back.
Continue your speech,
I don't
good
know
sir.
what's up with my internet. I don't know what the last thing you heard was.
I believe was quit fucking wondering about who had lunch and then
Yeah, these meetings aren't going anywhere. Nothing's going to come of them. I can't help you. The only thing you can is prepare, keep a watchful eye on strange happenings. These gods can open up portals, look like anyone, take over the bodies of anyone. Hell, a Mayan Boreal could be two gods in waiting, or they could just be puppets. Hell, these gods' followers could be, the farmer's hand. I don't know, but it's up to you.
I think there's a general moment of silence and contemplation across the group. And then one of the members at the end of the table. So what you're telling us is that the Guardian Court is aware of these beings acting from outside our world, and they're not telling us.
I don't think they do know. I know. I just told you. My squad knows. But beyond that, I don't think anyone else knows.
What are
I
the
just found out about the gods trying to take over this world last night. From a god himself. And I'll show the mighty visage of Palor in all of his might.
They'll all be looking
This
at
guy's
it.
name is Palor. He thinks he knows better than anyone else.
I think they'll all look at it in silence for a minute before someone else goes. This is why we do what we do, to find information like this. Stuff that we can act on and understand. We need this kind of information so that the public knows what's going on. All this is kept private by the members of the Guardian Corps or by the Guardian Corps themselves or higher up members, and they're not telling us. This is why this exists, and kind of points over towards the board. So that we know who knows what that we don't know. That's what we're after.
And we don't know anything. Bartleby, when's the last time you searched Boreal's office? Search through his correspondence. When's the last time that we snuck into his residence? When's the last time anyone tried to eavesdrop in on Amaya and Boreal's conversation? When's the last time any of that happened? We're
Bartleby.
small. No one really cares about us. We're mostly servants in this city. We can
Bartleby
go and
kind
do
of.
whatever the hell we. Goddamn you, video. Just let me yell for a minute before you cut me off.
Let him cook, goddammit.
Damn you, Discord.
Bartleby from the end of the table will just kind of be like, well, if we don't, do those things, we are less likely to be caught. That is the way things operate here. We do things from a distance so that we can make sure that our operation isn't shut down by the elite that are making sure we stay underfoot. Secrecy is our strength, our shield.
No,
And
it's not. It's giving you. You're hiding behind your own cowardice.
At this, Adelaide, it is not cowardice. We make sure our members are protected to keep ourselves alive. If we were captured, if we were imprisoned or exiled because of our operation, who would be left to spread the word that we had even been exiled, for example?
And you don't think that if one of us gets captured, we won't make it such a big enough fuss that other people realize that 25 halflings get kicked out the city? You don't think people are going to get upset about that?
Should
You
it
don't
come?
think other people have the same thoughts that something fishy is going on?
Should it come down to that, sure, but we operate the way we do to ensure such a situation never arises. We've been
I say
doing
you
this
start
for.
making as much fucking noise as you possibly can. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting around spying on someone take a piss, and a portal is going to open up with an invading force, and we're all going to die. So do something. Just don't do nothing, which is what you're doing.
Bartleby at the end of the table will kind of stand up. Young Aggie, your words will be considered. But I think perhaps.
Oh, I don't want to hear from you, Bartleby. You're a snitching son of a bitch. You were going to tell Granny, oh, you came into Boreal's office trying to search it. Yeah, because you were doing shit. Sit down.
He doesn't sit down and instead kind of raises his chin up a little bit. I serve with distinction, and I would hereby raise a petition to ensure that Aggie is removed from the premises.
Oh no, I'll shout quiet and I'll cast command on him.
All right,
that is just verbal. That is a DC 16 wisdom.
16. Let me give him a +2, I think. And I rolled an 18. +2 is 20. At this, seeing the spell casting and stuff, there will be a general ruckus, as well as Bartleby's voices kind of rising above everyone else. Have him removed! Removed! And at this particular moment, several halflings, the brawnier halflings and stuff will begin to move down towards the end of the table where you sit, seeking to remove you from the premises.
Granny, you just said that you were looking for people abusing their power, holding shadow governments and all that. You're turning into your own shadow government. This organization is going to die and absolutely do nothing. Remove me. I'm probably going to die in Cove City. It's fine. But if you touch me, I will kill you. And I'll start crackling some energy in my hands. I should have done silvery barbs on his ass. God damn it.
That would have been.
God, I had that dumb spell.
I think that would, especially considering you're a member of the Guardian Quorum, probably one of the only halflings that have that kind of training, at least that are present in this particular instance. The brawnier halflings, the ones heading to remove you from the premises, will kind of stay back, but one of them will gesture. I think it's time you leave.
Yeah, I'm going to leave. Guess what? You're not going to hear any other information from me. That's for damn sure.
We will find our...
Later, dumbasses, and I'll just leave the room while he's mid-sentence. And I will show a visage from one of the visions that Minosha gave us of the city. One of the visions that you gave us was of a giant hand coming out of the clouds and smashing the city to bits, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have that image, and I'm going to have other images of just terror and destruction happening in Astra as I'm walking out the door.
I think you would hear the voices and stuff raise as people begin kind of yelling at each other and arguing, kind of leaving the actual apartment and stuff that would be muted because of the stone walls. And you wouldn't be able to make out any specific details, but you definitely caused a scene. Capital S. You know what I mean? As you leave. Okay, what would you do when you
I'll
leave?
head back to the Guardian compound. I'll walk into our barracks if everyone's there and be like, all right, we can go.
Right now? Okay, we're good.
If you want, I don't have anything else going on.
Well, are you guys good? Soul? Sim?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. Did your meeting go well? Did you say goodbye to the family?
I'm not allowed to come back, but you know, it went as well as it could have.
So you're not allowed to come back?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Maybe I'm glad I didn't go see family. Time to go!
Yeah.
Just gonna throw her bag over her back.
And with our party prepared, you guys prepare to exit the city. Is there any last minute things or people or anything you guys want to do before you head outside of the city of Astra and into the wider world of Indemira for the first time?
I don't think so for Rayla.
Ask for another magical item.
Denied.
Nice
Yeah.
try, though.
Holy Avenger, please. Just one Holy Avenger. One scroll of summon a swarm of Tarrasques. Just one.
At level 6, let me see. Let me check the... No. Not gonna happen. I am generous. I am not that generous. Okay. You all prepare to leave the city, and as you do, it's interesting.
Wait,
So,
can I take 2 healing potions?
it's 2 per squad. Aggie already has them.
Okay, that's fine.
It's in our party.
Okay,
Inventory.
that's fine.
As you all prepare to leave the city, Leaving the city is kind of a weird thing. The main city gates have been blocked off for quite some time, since the beginning of the Veilbreak incident. And the way people leave the city now is actually heading over to the southern side of the city and heading up to the city walls. Here you would find a kind of freight elevator. It's large enough for 4 people to fit in fairly comfortably, but probably not much larger than that. There would be a couple members of the Guardian Corps whose job it is to kind of let scouts in and out of the city itself. And as you approach, they would recognize you, Saul. You see, we'll say it's a tiefling, a red tiefling, and I don't know, an elf. As you approach, you would recognize them as well. They're up here fairly often. They would see you and, well, good evening, Saul. Are you leaving again so soon?
Yeah, I just came back to collect my new compatriots, and we're gonna head on to Cove City.
Right. We wish you the best. We hope to see you back. Period, I suppose.
You know how that ends. It's
This is the elf that's speaking. At this, the tiefling will kind of glance over the party and be like, "Yeah, I hope.
Well, it's gonna be great. You know, positive energies, right? We're gonna make it anyway. Have a great evening. Yeah, don't.
Watch out for halflings; they're shitty folk.
You are a halfling, though, so okay. All right.
At this, they will kind of take you over to the elevator. Let you get in. There's a kind of gate that opens up and then closes. And then they will begin to slowly lower you via crank outside the city walls and into the ground. Right outside the city walls is mostly kind of plainsy area. A lot of the trees and stuff have long since been cleared out of the way. And it's about a mile or two until heading south. So you would know that the best way to get to Coast City is to follow the coast of Indemira as it kind of curves around from the western side where Astra is down towards the southern side where Coast City resides. Following the coast is easier than going in a straight line because the area is not quite as covered. There's not as much forest land as far as like trees and stuff like that go, where sight lines are longer and things are easier to see coming, even though it does make for a longer journey. If you travel along the coast and take the easy path, it will take probably about a week and a half. There is a faster path. You could head straight towards the city of Cove City, but it would be headed through mountainous terrain and forest at a couple different points. That would be a more difficult journey, and I think, considering you're the expert in this situation, I will leave that choice up to you. Do you travel by coast, or do you travel overland?
To be clear, we don't really have a time limit to get there. There wasn't anything set. We just had to get to Cove City, correct?
Not that you're aware of, yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, at least. Okay, if I'm not aware of it, then I would 100% head south and follow the coast, just because they're inexperienced, so I want to give them the best chance of survival.
Okay. As you land on the ground outside of the city of Astra for the very first time, Looking to what would be your right, you can see the ocean as far out as you can possibly see, the horizon impossibly far in the distance. You see a kind of rolling plains with some like cut down trees and stuff here and there. Over to your left and in front of you, you would eventually see the rocky cliffs, probably 2-3 miles away, begin to curve oh so slightly down towards the south. It is mostly quiet for now, but what would everyone's thoughts be as you first, for the very first time, set foot outside of Astra?
Well,
This is huge.
I think Aggie is still in that room with all the halflings. I think that's where his mind's at.
Probably, yeah.
And it's just like, wow.
Just nothing but
Is this
miles
really
of
happening?
open space.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Owen Wilson, calm down.
So, this is huge. Where are we heading?
so the plan is I'm gonna take you all down the coast. Gonna lead directly to Cove City. Gonna curve around into Mira. It is going to take us a little bit longer. It's gonna take about a week and a half, but it's a safe journey. We all get to see the beauty the land has to offer instead of trying to trek through some difficult mountains and forests. A lot more dangerous. Not really the funnest time, but take in the sights while you can. It's gonna be a long journey, so don't get too comfortable, but
I don't think we can get comfortable. We pissed off gods, remember? I don't think any way is a safe way.
you're not wrong, but also I'm trying to keep it positive for you guys. Aggie looks like he's about to shit bricks, and I feel
I'd
like
really rather
things
him not do that. That sounds really painful.
it doesn't sound good, but it y'all need to just take in this stuff you've never seen. Enjoy it while it's peaceful. That's all I'm saying.
So, we don't know who's calling us here, right? That's not something that you knew that you had to hide for any reason, right?
No clue.
Like you actually
I
don't
don't
know.
No, I don't know anything. I know about as much as you do, and maybe even less, if I'm gonna be honest.
Are we thinking that this is one of the gods doing? I mean, they weren't supposed to be able
Probably,
to be in Astra, right?
probably someone working with the gods.
What Aggie said. I don't trust
Huh?
it. That's what you said. I'm agreeing with you. What you said.
Oh.
I think you're right. But also, I mean, on this journey, I guess we can decide if we really want to go there for the Guardian Corps or if we want to pursue something different. That's your guys' choice. I'm just taking.
I don't know. Coast it is, huh? Big watery area. Are there any giant, weird fish thingies with tentacles that we need to be worried about walking near a coast?
Always.
Joy.
Any other questions? Comments? Concerns?
We there yet?
No, we just left Astra, Aggie.
Never walked so far in my life.
Is this the farthest you've ever been from home?
No, I've
I
been
think
to
that's
another world. What kind of question is that?
okay. I mean physically, like walking out a door instead through a portal. I'm pretty sure is what they meant. But
Some would
technically, yes.
say a portal, a door.
Okay, fair, fair, fair.
Aggie, I think you're taking your aggression out on everyone else.
No, I don't think
Did they
so.
not have the food you wanted or something at your get together?
No, they had water and I don't know, cranberry bread. It was weird.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I don't even know where they got the cranberries. Like, we don't grow cranberries in the agriculture district.
What are cranberries? That's the question.
They're small little. Never mind. They're berries. Berries that you need a lot of water for.
Fair. So you guys begin the journey heading south along the coast and following the coastline to Cove City. For the first 3 days, nothing of note happens. You guys walk, you chat, you have some conversations, you spend a lot of time in silence and reflection, gazing out at the ocean and stuff from time to time. On day 3, as you guys are making your way, probably about noon or so, off the coast, you guys witness a rift open, probably about a mile off the coast into the ocean. It opens just above the surface, and a horde of creatures begin making their way out of it. Just dozens and dozens and dozens of them. It's hard to make out exactly what their shape or form is or anything like that, but it is horrifying to watch. And you watch as they all hit the water and begin to drown. Soul. You would know that this is the way Cove City is protected. Most of the rifts that open, the creatures inside can't swim, or at least can't swim long distances. And the only way to get to Cove City is by boat. What would you be... What kind of education would you give our party after witnessing this?
All right, everyone, gather round for a little educational moment, if you will.
Do we need
Nothing
to
to
handle
worry
that?
about. No,
How do we handle
nothing
that?
to
That's
worry
so far
about.
out there.
Okay. First things, deep breaths. In, hold.
That's so many monsters.
Okay, we're taking deep breaths, right? Calm. In, hold. 1, 2, out.
I started
Okay.
holding way before you said to. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You okay. That is the perfect example of why Cove City is probably the safest of, I don't know, of all the places you could go.
Because badly placed portals?
Exactly. What happens if a creature that doesn't really know how to swim gets dropped out of a portal into water?
I mean,
Drowns.
yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
how many of these open up above Cove City instead of above the water?
I mean, those. Okay. In retrospect, the only way to get to Cove City is by boat. So majority of
Why did we
portals are
grab
going
a
to
boat
open.
in Astra? Why are we walking all the way there? Why can't we just take a boat?
Agatha, please.
Not my name.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting your name. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. we are walking there because that is what we're told to do. All right. There's not going to be a boat that's going to go from one place to the other. Not that easy. Can you imagine a
Isn't that
rift opening up on a boat on the middle of a boat? I'm just saying.
And to be
Think
fair,
about
we
it.
Yeah,
have
we would
another
move
like
out away
ocean
from it and then
access.
just fall into the water and drown, like you just said.
You think boats are that fast?
Boss, I have a
I've never been
question.
on a boat.
I've never
What
been on a boat other than the one
what
to Cove
happens
City, but that's a short.
if something could fly that
Fight it.
comes out that portal?
You fight it.
What if
All
the
of them?
portal opens up to a realm full of water and a bunch of whole sea creatures come in and like they grow to enormous size and start ripping apart Cove City and pulling down the cliff at Astra?
Who hurt you? What hypotheticals are you coming up with? Okay. Chances
I don't
of
know.
that happening are very slim.
We fought a fish creature like a few days ago that pulled us underneath the water with its tentacle things. I feel like you get
On the,
big enough one of those, it could just do the same to Astra.
on the bright side, if you get gills here, there's water.
I'm not
Okay, I
that
can
good with
see that
swimmer.
the
You don't even gotta
teaching
get in the
moment has
swim.
failed. Um, I would just like to point out I'm not meant to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not meant to be a teacher. I'm just trying to help you out. If you guys have questions like that, you know what? Maybe we can go fight them and figure it out. Does
I
that sound
thought
better?
captains were supposed to be like instructors and stuff. How'd you make it to captain if you're not a teacher?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you ask Vecna?
I can't.
I'm
He's
not
dead.
exactly. But my point is
I don't
this
have
was
that
not my
spell.
plan. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be helping you. I was supposed to be out there searching through rifts and closing rifts just like you are. Not leading you to Cove City. But here I am. I'm
Well, we're
trying to
happy you're
help.
here. I think we'd be a
Thank
little
you.
lost if we came out here by ourselves.
A little appreciation does go a long way. Thank you. But listen, we can work together to learn. Okay? I don't know what happens if a bunch of sea creatures come out. You kill them, right? Close the rift. Hopefully we can get Gills again to fix that. But right now, I'll leave it as that because I can't teach you more. I tried.
Whatever you say, Captain Solar.
Solar?
I'm trying
What?
something out.
So
I'll
Just
come
need
up with
a
something better.
okay.
solar? Solar? Is that? I mean, that's
I'll
close
think of
to my
something
name.
else.
Is it
My name
because you
is
think they're
Sogal.
radiant?
No. I'll come up with something better. Don't you worry.
Okay.
It's okay if you think they look nice.
No. Too tall.
That's what
Oh,
you
I
said
don't
about
think height
me.
has ever been a problem with you.
Hush it, you.
The moment passing, you all continue your journey for a little while. Another 2 days before eventually you come to a situation that Soul has had to deal with a few times, but the rest of you, not so much. You come to a part of the coast where the mountain range meets the coast and kind of continues off a little bit into the water itself. Normally, in days of old, there was a road here, and it's that kind of path that you guys have been following for the past several hours. This road would normally lead through a tunnel that heads through one end of the mountain at the end of the mountain range. However, that tunnel has long since collapsed from lack of upkeep and maintenance. The way you would normally go about getting past this tunnel and past this mountain is to head out into the water for a distance. and kind of climb around the side of the mountain to make your way around the edge, like so, back to where the road continues to follow the coast. How would Saul be explaining this situation as you guys arrive at this point?
So what are we supposed to do here?
Well, you see,
Does what I said
all-
make sense? Like,
I'm picturing it in my head, but it's
I can draw it on Owlbear real quick. Let's let me show you exactly what I mean. Let's ignore that for a
You're gonna
second.
try to draw an owlbear?
I'm gonna try to draw an Owlbear. I need to find a blank space. Let's just use our logo for example.
mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna move that out of. I don't know why it's not loading. That's concerning. There we go. We're just gonna move this out of the way. So let's use the draw tool here. This is the coast of Indamira, right? City of Astra would be up here. City of Coast City's down here. You guys are somewhere around this area. A mountain range moves kind of like this. Up and over. If you guys head in a direct line, you would have to cross that mountain range. You with me so far? Does that make sense? Let me move this down just a little bit so it's more center for our audience. That mountain range continues out just a little bit where the mountain meets the coast. There's a tunnel that goes through here. Normally, you would be able to go through the tunnel and continue following the road, which would eventually lead you to Coast City. The best way to get around it is to go this way, either out into the water itself or across this part of the mountain, where it's lower and easier to climb. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is it easier to picture
Now
that way?
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little difficult understanding the tunnel part. I was like, is it? Yeah, but I figured it out. Okay. Okay. So we have two choices. All right. Who here knows how to swim? Show of hands.
We all kind of
We
know
all do.
how to swim. Kind
I'm
of.
an excellent swimmer.
Okay. All right. So then that means that that's still on the table. So either we can go through the water, we can go around this mountain range over here, or we can go over the mountain range.
If we had to swim around part of a mountain, how long would that take? I'm pretty sure all of us would get way too tired way too fast.
No, we wouldn't have to swim, but like if in the case of an emergency, if we needed to, you guys probably could, right?
If we had to, yeah.
Yeah, like if our small little canoe was to flip over, you all could
Do
swim.
we have a canoe?
There's no
usually
boat
some
here.
left on the shore.
Yeah, there's no boat here. There is a boat at Cove City,
Boy.
but we'll explain that when we get there. Nice
So
try.
our options are to swim the few miles
DM.
around
Yes.
the mountain range
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
turbulent ocean water, or climb over the mountain range.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming we
Unless
want
we
to
go over the
make the
mountains.
climb, right? Alright, cool.
Mhm.
There
Seemed like
used
the
to
most
be
logical choice.
a tunnel, but it's been flooded since. So we'd have to kind of go up and over, a little bit around. It's fine. We'll make it. How?
I feel like you should have told us to bring climbing gear before we made this trek.
Maybe we
Alright.
have some in the bags that we were prepped.
I told you all to prep yourselves. You had that book, right? You had everything you
You
needed.
told us to prep ourselves yesterday, and then we fought Vecna and a fish thing.
Okay. Didn't we
And then
fight
talked to
Vecna?
Paylor.
But we fought
didn't really have
Vecna
a whole-
before.
She's right.
Didn't we?
We fought Vecna the night before we left.
Yes, but then after we fought Vecna is when I told you guys to prep. So you had plenty
Right.
of time.
After we talked to Vecna, we talked to Paylor, right? And then
That
after
night.
that, we left the next day.
All right. Okay. But everyone else had time to prep. You went to your family meeting.
Did they? Did you guys bring climbing gear?
I don't need climbing gear.
Can Raylith reach in the bag that Min gave them to see if there's anything? She doesn't really need it because she flies. But like, is there climbing
You're gonna have
gear?
the easiest time. Is there climbing gear? Yes. If you reach into your bag, you'll find 50 feet of hip and rope, as well as pittons, which is one of my favorite words to say. Pitons, spikes that you drive into hard surfaces and stuff to help climb, as well as a couple of hammers, things of that nature to nail them in.
She's just gonna hold her gear up. Yes, we have gear.
Mm-hmm.
Know how to use that?
There's always time to learn. No? Just, I mean,
As
There
someone
should
who
be a-
used to go rock climbing quite often, climbing over a mountain the very first time with climbing gear is going to be great. Nothing can go wrong. You're not going to be tired at all.
And it's almost like I have to put some challenges and stuff in your way. I've been doing some encounters, not so many skill checks.
looks like it's
Your
time for
forearms are
us
gonna
to
feel
do
great.
some acrobatics and athletics checks. That's what it's time for.
I'm ready.
Y'all have got this. Raylith floats up higher.
Yeah.
How high is the mountain that we have to climb?
So there is a kind of path that you generally follow when you make this trek. The path makes it a little bit easier, but not much easier. There's a lot of sheer sections that you have to climb. All in all, it's going to be about 3 sections, 2 up and 1 down on the other side, where you can't walk even with any kind of difficulty, that you're going to have to climb. Each of those sections are about 60 feet or so.
Okay. Yeah, so I hope you've got your things prepared because we're gonna need them. Just follow me this way, and I'll start going up the path.
Okay. You start traveling around the edge of this mountain range, heading along this path. The path eventually kind of starts going almost straight upward, where it becomes more a hike than a walk. It's dangerous, kind of slippery. Every once in a while, like your foot will slip and several rocks will go tumbling off the edge, eventually falling back towards the ocean. As you begin to make your way over, you come to this first section. It's about 50 feet, 50, 60 feet or so. And it's pretty much straight up. It almost seems like something sheared a part of the mountain itself. The stone itself is very, very smooth, such that it is a very difficult climb. That being said, people have made this trek before, and you find that a series of spikes and pittons and stuff have kind of already been placed at various points along this particular wall, making it easier to climb, not necessarily easy, if that makes sense. Heading up to the next section of the mountain itself. What do?
All right, fearless leader, show us how it's done.
Okay. I mean, I start climbing. I've got climbing speed of 45.
Wait, do you actually have the climbing speed?
Yeah, I have a climbing speed of 45.
The fuck did you
And
get
swimming
climbing
and
speed?
walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, on the climbing speed, you do actually manage to just kind of scramble your way up these pittance, using them as handholds and footholds, kind of making a little bit of a leap, a little bit of a jump between certain sections of the pittance. This is kind of ironic because I meant this as a skill challenge, but now there's only 2 people who are actually going to have like a challenge because I kind of forgot Raylith can fly.
I'm a ranger. What did you
I'm a
expect?
fucking fairy. What?
Zin,
I-
this is
I'm-
that bullshit, man.
I am looking at your
This is that
character sheet.
I don't know. I'm gonna just start moving, and with every step, use
That's-
step of the wind to dash.
Okay. I will say it's 60 feet. Step of the wind allows you to dash for an action. What's your movement speed?
45.
45. We assume climbing is half speed. That takes it down to, we'll say 20 and round down. Dashing would be 40 feet. I'll say if you use 2 step of the winds here, I will allow you advantage on the check, but there's still going to be a check.
That's fine.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, you sure not like a acrobatics check?
No,
Are you
it's
sure?
athletics. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. One last chance. You sure?
Yeah.
We could be fancy. Okay. God damn it. That is a 19.
Okay. A 19 is a pass. It's not a super difficult check. Not for this one. You've done similar training to this before. You watch his soul just kind of scrambles up without really any difficulty. Raylith just gives you a nice little wave and flies to the top. And you manage this not quite as easily as Soul did, but you do manage to scramble your way up these pittance, and eventually make your way to the top in 2-3 minutes or so. Meanwhile, Aggie.
Come on, Aggie. It's easy.
Put my harness on. I'll put the boot tips on. Pull up the rope. Start tying pittons and start climbing, I guess.
Okay.
You said athletics?
It is athletics.
Sweet.
What'd you roll?
It's an 11.
An 11. Not quite
Right,
enough.
let's just fly down for moral support. You've got the. Oh no, you don't.
Away from me. Away
Oh,
from
that
me,
is
Nat.
crazy.
You do manage to make it about 20 feet before you misplace a foot on the edge of one of these pittons, and the edge of your bulky climbing boots, because you said you put those on, right? It's a bit too big for the pitton, and when it kind of hits the edge of it, it slips off just a bit. You find yourself unable to grasp the handhold pitton in time, and you fall. You were going to take...
So, with the climbing gear, I put on a climbing kit for me.
Mhm.
Right? reading a climber's kit. It includes boot tips, gloves, pittons, and a harness. At a utilized action, you can use the climber's kit to anchor yourself, and when you do, you can't fall more than 25 feet from the anchor point. You can't move more than 25 feet there without undoing the anchor as a bonus action.
You're only up 20. This
So
says you
I'm gonna
can't fall more than
20 and
25.
just
I think the rope is going to be just long enough there to make sure you can, in fact, hit the ground.
Oh.
If what I'm sensing is correct. Is that about right?
yeah. If I'm 20 feet up, I'm gonna fall
Oh,
20
no.
feet and just hit the ground.
Okay.
And if I hit right, I might just fall down into the ocean.
Well, you're not going to fall into the ocean. The area is large enough that that doesn't really happen. But you are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage as you hit. So you guys all scramble up easy enough, but you watch Aggie having trouble. Slip, tumble, hit
Oh,
ground.
this hurts to watch. Okay.
I think
how
I
many more
broke
times
my
is it?
tauntaun. I landed on it weird.
I got him, guys. Raylith is
Ow.
going to fly down, just like completely beside him. I thought you almost had that step. Sorry. She's going to use both enlarge and giant's might to grow like crazy big and pick him up and place him up 60 feet. Because we've talked about it. She can technically grow to be like
It's like
80,
90 feet. Yeah.
if there's not something preventing her from doing so. I could have just done this to begin with, but you were in a bad mood, and I thought this would like lighten you up, and it didn't. But here you go.
This is
Just
a little patronizing.
do you want me to put you back down? You can climb it again.
I'm already fucking here, Raylith.
You got the next one because I can only do this for a minute.
I feel like the easier thing was just, we have 100 feet of rope, just throw it down, tie it to me, and just yank me up. But no,
Maybe next
let the
time.
halfling climb. That's smart.
Next
Not
time we'll do it for
wise,
the next
though.
area. Yeah.
This trip's going well. Having a great time.
You got this, Aggie. She's going to set him down at the top and then just shrink and fly back up.
Okay.
Who would have thought
That
the
mark that I
person who
use
spends
those
all their
for
time
nothing.
outside had an easy time, or the person who all they do is work out had an easy time, or the person who flies all the time, but the person carrying all the instruments had issues? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, indeed.
Okay, little buddy.
You make it through the
Don't
first.
touch me.
You make it through the first check. You travel a bit further. That minute, by the way, that this lasts is going to take. It's going to take longer to get there than that minute would last.
So that's why I just put him up there and then shrunk back down and flew back up.
Yep. You eventually come to a second second cliff, rather. That's the word I was looking for. That heads up, more pitons and stuff arranged on there. Once again, Soul and Raylith can make it up there pretty easily. And I assume you guys are the first to go. Raylith, you would probably reach the top first. And Soul, you would probably reach it shortly after, within a minute or so. And Soul, at the top of this cliff, there's a small wooded section, not very large, just a copse of trees, really, and a small lake that has formed over a long period of time. Some kind of dip in the stone where rainwater and like snow melt and stuff has arrived. And Soul, you see something a little weird. Two things. One, there's a dock on the lake. that wasn't here before. A wooden structure built out across the water. And there's a cave, a hole in the stone leading into the mountain that you don't remember being here before either. Granted, you've only made this trip 2 or 3 times, but you're pretty sure you would remember that. What do you do?
Rylith,
Hmm?
you want to make sure that they get up the hill. Sorry, the
What am I
mountain.
supposed to do? I can't do it twice.
No, tie a rope. You have rope, right? Tie a rope,
I-
throw it
yes.
down. It'll help. They can use it to climb up, like little.
What are you gonna be doing?
I'm just gonna be checking out this dock over here, make sure it's clear that there's nobody here that shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't we just speed and get them up just in case there is someone up here? Because if you're by yourself and then I have my back turned trying to like help them up, I'm not paying attention, and that's a nice little easy attack.
Yes, but also between you and me, you know that Agatha and Zin are not the most stealthy types, right?
I'm hella stealth.
I was gonna say Zen is
all the time.
Aggie does scream
I
a
think-
lot. But, like I think Zen does okay sometimes.
No, Zin does great, but also Zin screams at Aggie, and then there's a lot of.
It's normally deserved though.
But they're climbing up the mountain. They're gonna make a lot of noise coming up here. You and I had an easy time, but if Agatha falls down again with all of his instruments, I'm trying to laugh, but it made quite the song, and I feel like we might draw attention to ourselves if there is something here. You get my drift?
Okay, well I'm gonna fly down and inform them before I tie the rope and help them up, just so they know
Yeah.
what to expect and be quiet or climbing.
True, yeah. I'm not saying there's anything weird. I'm just gonna check it out, make sure it's safe. Usually there's nobody here, but I just, with the way things have been going, I want to make sure,
I want
everything's
to
good.
look at something real quick, 'cause I also have that new sword. You and
Which one
allies within
is
30 feet get alarm. I got sleep though.
6 to stealth.
alarm
Subject
means
has-
you can't be surprised.
Advantage on initiative.
Also, would movement speed, not movement speed, well, yeah, would movement speed help the other two at all with getting up? Like, would that benefit them at all?
Are you thinking long
wanted-
strider or something?
Yeah, because I was
You're
thinking
climbing?
of casting that before I even went up, but I don't think it would help. It's
Not
just gonna-
really.
Your
Yeah.
climbing speed's halved if you don't have a climbing speed.
Yep.
Okay.
The walls are still enough that they would still need at least 2 movements to get up, so 2 checks.
It wouldn't really help them.
All right, Zin, I want to go up first. If I fall, catch me, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure
All
thing.
right. Seeing Aggie start to like harness in from up top, she's gonna go ahead and fly down and tell them the plan at least.
You want us to sneak up a mountain?
I want you to be quiet
And then
going up the mountain
assault
once you get up
position.
top. I just in case, just so you know, if you slip, just be a little quieter with the scream.
What is going
I'll
on?
make sure my impact doesn't make a sound.
I'm not saying that. I'm also gonna go up there and tie a rope for you this time.
I had
Why
a
are you
rope tied
asking?
last time. It didn't help.
Well,
Yeah, but that's like anchored halfway, and I could like do it from the top. Your fall could still
Okay.
be just as bad, but at least there's like a rope all the way, and you're not having to worry about tie a rope and anchor it to the mountain as you're going.
Why we have all these pittons? You anchor it in. You tie the rope around it. You won't fall. You can shorten the distance that you. Okay.
You know what? If you want to do it your way, go for it. Zen, would you like a
No,
rope or would you like to
go
go
up
the
and
hard?
tie the rope.
Okay.
Tie the rope.
Rayeth will go up and tie the rope and make sure it's tossed down.
Meanwhile, Soul, what are you doing up top?
I just want to sneak into the dock and like the wooden structure on the dock to see if there's anybody there that we may alert.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Oy. A 17.
7. Okay. You head over towards the docks, and the small wooden structure located on them. The docks look fairly freshly built, but somewhat professional. Even you've seen docks before in Cove City, for example. The lake itself isn't that deep, but it looks like, it's been a few months since you made this journey. This looks relatively new, but it looks like some effort was spent building it, which means it took some time for these docks to be built, if that makes sense to you. The structure on it is not quite so professionally built. It's more of a shack or a lean-to of some kind, maybe only 15 feet across, something like that. There is a small window and then the door. How would you be approaching the structure?
I would probably get fairly close to it. And then is the window visible on our side? Like if I'm like going from directly where we were on the mountain, just straight like through the trees, trying to make a straight path as close as possible. Would I see the window or is it on like the other side?
You would be able to see the window, I think.
Okay. Then I would probably sneak within what is it? Like 30 feet. And then I would misty step like to where the window is. I can make as little noise as possible.
Okay. Easy enough to do. What would you do after you get there?
I would look in the window to see if there's anybody inside.
Inside, you would see an elf. He's up against the wall in a seated position, head down, holding his stomach, not moving. There's a small, what looks like cot, a small chest, nothing else. Well, no, there'd be a table and a chair.
Okay. I will head back to the edge of the mountain where everyone's climbing up.
Okay. You head over back. While Saul is investigating the area, Zen, Aggie, with advantage because of the rope. Can you guys make your athletics checks to reach the top?
That's 19 again.
19? Okay.
9.
Aggie really not doing the best at climbing. Because of the rope, you don't fall quite as far, and you don't hit the ground but it does take a substantial amount of time for you to reach the top. While that's going on, Raylith, you at the top, and now Zin, you at the top. Soul approaches, having investigated the situation. What do?
And so we got everybody up.
Eventually.
Aggy's still climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'd be focused until Aggie fully gets up because she wants to be prepared, like prepared to catch or grab if he gets close enough and she needs to.
Yeah. Okay.
I would get to the top and just be completely out of breath and completely exhausted and be like, no more.
Breathe quieter. A little bit of a... No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We could take a break here. Just don't scream.
Why would I
So,
scream?
anything of note?
So, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know that structure over there. That dock, none of that. That was not there last time I came through here. I don't come through here often. Been a few months since I have, but everything there's freshly built.
I think the most
The
important
dock
thing
itself
is
looks-
that you don't see people outside of the cities. It doesn't happen. Seeing literally anyone out here in the wild would be a miracle at best.
That being said, there looks like there's one person inside there.
There's a person inside there?
I don't know if they made it.
Does it look like there was a struggle?
No, I didn't do any investigations. It was an elf.
You were sneaking.
Okay, I went to go check and make sure there was nobody with weapons. It's strange to see someone out here at all, let alone a structure. You never see this. Nobody comes out here and builds anything. Nobody would do that on the mountain. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something going on with the gods, something nefarious. There's somebody in there. I didn't check on them. I just wanted to make sure.
Do we want to check it out, guys?
Is it worth checking out, boss?
We can. It would be a detour. I don't know.
What if
I just feel
whatever
like
killed it is still in the area, and we should probably find out what might have killed the person, and maybe we better prepared.
You guys want to use it as a training opportunity, but it's best to leave stuff like this alone.
You said you never see anyone out here. Well, someone was out here. They built a little dock. They built a little shack, and then they died. So
I don't know if they're dead. They weren't moving. They're holding their stomach. It kind of looked like they might, be.
well, why don't we just go take a look, and maybe we can find some information about what might have killed them, because it could just be that we stumble across something else later on in this mountain range and we get attacked.
I mean, there's a cave. We could go investigate that too.
the cave wasn't
The
there
last
before
time
too?
we went into a cave, we fought a spider monster thing. Okay?
I don't remember the cave being there either.
Then that might need to be checked out.
I mean, that's not really our job, but
Caves just don't appear. Are you sure that cave wasn't there?
Yes, I mean, yes. Now you have me question my own sanity, but yes, it wasn't there last time. You can vote on it.
I think we got information for what we might face up here.
If there is anything in there and we defeat it, it'll be safer for the next scout who comes through here, right?
Maybe in like another 6 months, sure. Sin?
To check out a magical cave that just appeared.
You remember we're also looking for the things. What if one of those are out here?
I mean, what do we have to lose?
Our lives, but you
Our
know that's
lives.
it's kind of on the table already. Anyway, we're out here.
I mean, I don't plan on dying anytime soon, so
Well, if that's what keeps death at bay, let's
You
keep
in your
planning
sleep.
and check this out.
you know, that's what these are for. So let's get to work.
Check out the cabin first, since there's a person there.
Shall we
Okay.
go in stealth to?
No,
I think stealth would be the best option, just in case. You said
wanna go
nothing's
in
moving though in there.
It didn't look like
Maybe.
it. No, I think if we want to investigate the cave, maybe that's when we need to be stealthy. But
Good point. Good point. Plus, we'll echo a lot in there. We'll have to be really careful in there.
yeah,
Also, that means Aggie will be able to talk.
That's supposed to mean.
All right, all to the cabin, right, boss?
That's supposed to mean.
You all head towards the cabin, the shack, the lean-to on the edge of the lake. You make your way out to the building, look through the window, and you see the same sight. This elf kind of propped up against the wall, holding his stomach, head down. He hasn't moved at all. What do you? Constance is coming towards you. Be forewarned.
I will cast
Okay.
Mage Hand, which I can cast as invisible, and I can cast it without verbal or somatic components.
Mm-hmm.
And I will move the Mage Hand in and kind of just poke the elf.
Okay.
See if they're alive.
Poking them, nothing
From
happens.
outside the cabin.
Yeah, poking them, nothing happens.
I think they're dead. Pick up one of their hands and just let it drop.
Pick up one of their hands.
Yeah, just like one of these things and just let it drop.
Okay. As soon as you remove the hand from the stomach, their bowels spill out of their stomach.
Oh, that's a little gnarly.
You can see across the front of their stomach a long, jagged incision.
Are we like
Zen, you
inside
should-
with this right now, or is he doing this while we're outside through a window?
You're outside and doing it through the window.
Zin, you should go in there and see if that incision's made from a weapon or just like a monster's claws.
I'll go with you, Zen.
All right, I'm make my way in.
Yep, Raelith will go with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
and investigate.
As you make your way in, now's the time to tell you that stealth check earlier uh, unfortunately failed. So
Oh,
you begin to make your way into the building, questioning exactly what's going on, going to look towards the elf. As you do, you hear just a small ripple of water. You turn, and a large serpentine winged lizard is coming out of the water towards you at full speed.
I'm sorry, a what?
It's a dragon. Shit, I forgot. Give me a second to fix. I forgot I used it. Delete some tokens. Meanwhile, you guys can place your tokens somewhere in this area. I don't have a dock on this map, but somewhere right around where you guys want to be. Also, I tried to make a token for
Where
this
would
thing.
the cabin be?
The dock would extend kind of right here, and the structure would be like right here. So you guys are right near this
Okay.
this little section right here. Also, I tried to look for a token for this thing, and there's no image of it, and it kind of sucks. So I'm going to use the standard dragon token.
I have like a million tokens.
Oh, do you have a token for a deep dragon?
A deep drake?
Deep dragon. A young deep dragon specifically, but because I couldn't find one. The image on D&D Beyond is just the standard ass like silhouette of a dragon.
Deep dragon. Turtle, that's...
I haven't had an actual dragon in the campaign yet. I figured it was time.
I don't have a...
Yeah, that's fine. We can just use the...
We're looking through. I have a shadow dragon.
No, that's fine. We can just use the standard dragon token. It looks fine. Unfortunately, this thing rolled extremely low on initiative, but I do need you guys to roll initiative, please.
Can we just talk to it? Do we have to fight? Dragons are highly intelligent creatures. I'm sure we could work something out.
You need to unmute yourself when you say that, so they know that. But...
Sorry. So due to the short sword, we all get advantage on initiative. I forgot to roll that with advantage. Do you want me to re-roll it, or
yeah, just re-roll it and tell me what you get.
the 20 was the highest?
Aggie.
Yeah.
We get advantage on what?
Initiative.
On your initiative.
Oh, good, because that thing cocked in a corner. Much better.
Yeah, it's 21 is definitely much better. Aggie, what was your advantage?
14.
14. Okay. And Saul.
24.
Oh, there you go. Deep dragon.
Dex
I
characters.
was my nat 20 on initiative.
Right. Okay.
Which means I'm only gonna get shit rolls for combat.
It's the way things work.
There's the house.
What are you drawing? Drawing the house?
I drew the house we're in.
The thing is really hard to see.
It is.
Okay.
I was using the square tool. Yeah. House.
Okay. I guess. All right, and make sure this
Beautiful.
on the screen.
Okay.
Look at this horrifying token provided to us.
No, thank you. Take it back.
All right. Um, at the start of initiative, as this thing comes out of the water, it lets out this. It's not a scream and not a roar, but like a really loud gurgling noise, just a wet, sickening kind of sound. And as it's coming out of the water, it went last because it rolled a 5. And warning means I cannot give you guys the surprise action like I was hoping to. So you see this thing coming out of the water. You hear it approaching. You hear this wet, like murloc kind of just gurgle. What do?
Um, how big would you say each of these squares is? Like 10?
It's 5 feet. Yeah, squares
Okay,
are squares are always going to be 5.
okay, just double checking and making sure. I thought the monster would be bigger. That's why I was in my brain. I was like,
It is a young dragon, so I didn't make it the full like
oh,
60 feet or whatever it is.
okay, cool. That makes more sense in my brain now. All right. Then I will go ahead and just gonna start out combat, I guess. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on the creature. Have any that I use to help everybody? Why I don't go first? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just shoot it then.
Like you do.
I can reach it. All right. I will shoot it with the revolver. +9. Does a dirty 20 hit?
20 does hit, yeah.
Uh, so I will go ahead. Roll damage. Find that revolver. 15 piercing.
Okay.
And then 6 from my hunter's mark, which is force. And then I did forget that I have 2 actions or 2 attacks. I'm gonna attack again. And I'm assuming 22 hits as well.
Yeah, 22 hits.
So then another 14 piercing.
In piercing.
And I will stay where I am.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Two mighty shots at this young dragon as it heads towards you. Zen.
All right, so technically I'm inside of a house, correct?
Mm-hmm. We'll say the door is right here.
Okay. Okay. Boom. I leave. And then this is not going to be good. All right. Come right here. Am I 15 feet? Would you consider?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Then I'm going to do what I do best, which is elemental strikes. And I'm going to try to punch it with some acid blows.
Acid. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. That is 14 plus 8, so 22.
22 hits.
All right, and I don't know where my D8 is, so I'm gonna just do this. Perfect. 12.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to follow that up with another acid punch.
Okay.
17.
17 just hits.
Excellent. And here we go. 8 acid.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow up with, let's see, bonus action. You know what? Let's do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
21 a hit. And this is going to be, let's go with thunder.
Okay.
And that is nice. 13.
Okay.
And let's see if I can hit it one more time. 17.
Just hits.
And you son of a bitch. 6.
Language.
6
6.
damage.
Can I grapple it?
No, not
I'm
from
not
range
doing
like
too
that.
much. I don't want to do that anyway. So, I just heard of stories about people shoving dragons. I figured, let me see if I could grapple one.
Yep. The legendary shoving a dragon. Shout out to Natural One.
I think I just know if I move, it's going to get some type of opportunity. So I'm gonna just stand right here in my turn.
Okay. Raylith.
Okay. Raylith is going to first move over there. How deep is the water?
Not very deep. It's a fairly shallow lake, maybe 10 feet.
Okay, well that won't matter. She'll come out of the house. She'll start her growing as she's walking. She'll walk right up to the dang thing. She's large size for what that counts. So, I don't know, approximately there. And then she's going to take a swing with her new short sword. Got to break it in.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
All right, so that is 5. I'm gonna use the fuck, what's it called? Not tactical mind, but the other one. Savage attacker to reroll these die. Okay, that's better. 7 plus 6, so 13 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And since I hit and dealt damage, I now have advantage on my next attack due to Vex. That is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
That is 11 on the second hit.
11 damage on the second hit. Okay. I had fully hoped that this is what would happen. Tell me what it's like when you kill this dragon.
What? Sorry, dead. Guys, shouldn't have this been harder?
What? What happened?
I think it's dead.
What's dead? Aggie,
This thing.
if we're no longer, are we still in initiative?
No.
Aggie will come around the corner and be like, "Oh fuck!"
Maybe we should leave.
You
I would
didn't
think
give
it'd be
your
more.
epic tale.
I didn't what?
Your epic tale of how you killed it.
Well, it just took two measly swings. Like I didn't even do much this time.
So that thing clawed that guy's stomach open.
What if it wasn't?
Can I
What
look
if
at the
it was-
claws versus what we saw on the guy
Sure.
or the teeth? Like
Yeah, I mean, the claws definitely.
this thing is fairly big, right?
Mhm.
Does it look
Before-
like it's what did that?
Before
Could be.
anybody leaves, if we're all like huddled together, can I do pass without a trace? Just in case we need to sneak.
Sure.
We're not in initiative anymore, so. Like you guys get a plus.
Does
Good
it? Does
stuff.
it look?
Does it look?
Does it look like this thing is the thing that made the mark on the bird?
It could be. I mean, it's got fairly large claws. I could have took him out in one swipe. Maybe it hit him and he managed to make his way in here before, holding himself together before.
Raylith isn't happy with that thought. She's gonna leave the dragon and then head back into the body and see, like, was there blood coming in through the door, like when they came in? Is there any kind of struggle in here? She wants to fully investigate the place because something feels weird.
Yeah, there's no blood.
Which, if someone's insides are falling out, there'd probably be a blood trail leading in.
Mm-hmm.
Can she look around the place? Is there anywhere else that, like, something that did those marks could have gotten out?
I mean, there's the window and the door. Something that big. If you were thinking
Nothing
it's the
broken.
dragon or something like that. I mean, it would have made... Like, if that dragon tried to come in through the door, the shack wouldn't be standing. It is not very well built. It seems like a temporary structure while they waited to build something else, maybe, or something along those lines. I mean, the docks look fairly well built. This shack, not so much.
And from what we know, when Aggie dropped the hand is when this thing shut up. Like when we saw him drop the thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so technically, let me be quite clear here. This thing knew you were here for some time. It rolled a 25 perception because that has a +9 versus Soul's stealth earlier. It knew you guys were here. It was just waiting for the right moment.
Okay. Well, she wants to go look at, like, the elf dude and see if, like, she sees anything that shows what he's been doing here, why he's here. Just full investigation of the place.
I mean, there's a chest
Aggie's
you can
gonna
check.
move over here.
There's a chest you can check. There's the cot. It's really just like a wooden thing with a straw mattress on top, really. There's the elf himself. He is wearing pretty standard clothing. He might have some pockets and stuff you can go through. Like, what exactly are you looking for here?
Well, Soul said people don't live out here. From what she knows, people come out here to make their way to other places. Like, they don't stay here. They don't build homes. So, like, why is this guy here? What was he doing? And just some kind of sense of that. Where did he come from?
I more meant, like, what are you searching? There's a couple different points you could...
She kind of checked him, but didn't, like, check. Okay, I guess the chest or desk area first.
Not really a desk.
Not a desk that he's sitting at?
No, he's sitting against the wall. Like,
Against the wall,
Yeah.
okay.
Chest, you find some tools. Hammers, a saw. Looks like some kind of woodworking tools. You find a few changes of clothes. A battered old fishing net. and fishing rod. That's about it.
Okay. You said what else was there all to check? You said the
There's the cot, and then there's him. The cot doesn't really have anything to check. It's just I wanted to
check
add some.
him then. More thoroughly check him then.
Okay. You would find on him a map of the area. This lake
Snatch that.
is circled. And he has drawn the map itself. A lot of the ink and stuff on it looks fairly old. Like the map's been drawn for quite some time of the lake, the mountain area near it, that kind of thing. There is newer ink where the cave would be, with a little question mark.
So the lake is circled. The cave has a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's like nothing. He didn't sign his map or anything like that, right? Like there's no like name for this guy. There's nothing to say who he is except for the fact that he was like studying possibly the new appearance of these things.
There probably would be a map. There probably would be a signature. I'm trying to think. Would there be a signature on the map? No, actually, I don't think there would be. No, I don't think there would be.
Okay. Does anybody else feel weird about this?
I mean, everything has just been weird. Just one thing after another. I don't think we would know normalcy anymore.
Do you think that lizard thing was this guy's pet?
You think it was his pet?
Yeah. It was just defending like us going into its like owner's house. Defending the territory.
My worry is that there's another one. Maybe a bigger one. In the cave.
That thing's huge.
What do you mean, bigger one?
It's a young one. It could be maybe a child or something. I don't know.
I would say,
Was ready
Saul,
to go
you've
for it.
probably
Kill the
seen,
child.
at least in the distance, a full-size dragon. They are the size of cities. They are huge. We're talking like couple 100 feet long type of thing.
You know, that real dragons, like grown dragons, can cover the entire city with their shadow. This thing is a baby at best.
So you're thinking this guy knew they were here? Like the lake was circled, so he knew something was at the lake or something about the lake, but he put a question mark near the cave.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
they were.
Is there
Oh,
anything
go
else
ahead.
added to this map?
No.
No.
If you're saying that's an offspring,
Actually, let me retcon that just a bit. You would see Cove City. It's a map of the coastline. You would see it really just stretches up to this mountain range. It doesn't really go much further, so you don't see it as far around the coastline as the city of Astra. You would see Cove City marked. Probably with a symbol of like a boat or something along those lines. And you would see an X scratched through it. Let me add a little bit of flavor here.
Hey, Soul.
Yeah.
The boat on here. Is that where we're supposed to be going?
Yeah.
Why is there an X through it?
It's a question I don't have an answer to. Guess it's as good as mine.
So thinking that there's another one possibly in the cave, are we going to try to take it out, or do we even want to go in there?
I don't think a full sass dragon would be in the cave, but maybe a portal to one. What do you all? I mean, I don't want to go in the cave, but if you guys want to,
I'll go to the cave. I'll scope it out.
you and what still?
I'm stealthy.
But you also just like helped with, didn't you?
What?
Pass without trace.
The thingy that you just cast on us?
It only gives you a +10, but
Yeah, I can be real stealthy.
okay, if you and maybe Zin want to go, then I
No,
suggest you do.
Zen can stay out here. I got this.
He does have the lungs to let us know if something goes wrong.
You might need Zin.
It's
might need
fine.
all of us.
I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll walk over to the cave. How far is the cave
Zen.
away from us?
Please follow
It's
him.
about 60 feet or so.
I'll get to the entrance of the cave and I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Fairly well done. You cast invisibility. Mark the spell slot.
Okay.
What do?
And then I'll stealth into the cave.
Give me a stealth check.
Is that with
With advantage
right?
because of invisibility, yeah.
Okay.
Advantage and a +10.
28.
28. Okay. You head into the cave. It's worth noting, as you enter, there's a couple things you notice. The first off is that this cave does not appear to be natural. The stone around the edges of the cave and further in appear to be melted. Some type of acid or possibly extremely hot fire, but there's no way fire can melt stone. Not like that. You proceed a little bit further and the cave opens up into a large kind of chamber inside the mountain, probably 60, 70 feet across. In the center, you see a very hot, steaming pile, a pool, really, of magma. And around the edges of the cave, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 very large eggs. Or rather, the remnants of eggs. They have long since hatched. And as you look across the chamber to the far end, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of glowing yellow eyes attached to the shape of 5 very large dragons.
Like larger than the dragon that came out the water?
Well, about the same size, but it's still pretty large to you.
Right. Um, Hmm. Aggie will just kind of go, yep, yep, gotta go, and just kind of walk back out the cave. And as he gets out the cave, if Zin's there, he's going to grab Zin's arm and be like, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, and start dragging you away from the cave while invisible.
At this point, I don't know what's going on, but I hear the voice like, "What? Okay, hand me."
Big, many dragon. Big, many
Big, mi-
lizard.
big, mini
Lizard.
as in a lot, or mini as in size.
Both big, many lizard.
I, I, is it one or
Five,
more than one?
five lizards that size in the water, back in the cave, magma around. 5.
What?
So we're leaving, right? We're going because 5 mini dragons means 1 or 2 big, massive dragons.
That
Well,
sounds fine. That sounds fine.
I mean, it's 5 of them, 4 of us. I pretty much took care of the dragon by myself. I was like, acid, thunder, uppercut, acid, spinning back fist, thunder. It was crazy.
Because I did nothing at all.
Did you miss the part where I said adult dragons can cover an entire city with just their shadow?
Yeah, I didn't see
Yeah,
any adult
but
dragons in there. The chamber was only 60 to 70 feet across, and there was 6 eggs, all of them hatched, and 5 sets of glowing eyes attached to very large dragons, about the size that were in the water.
It's ironic that you
I'm just
mention the fact that the shadow can blot out a city. Because around that time, a very large shadow overtakes the clearing in which you guys are sitting on the edge of this mountain. And you hear a great thunderous slam as from the other side of the mountain, from further up the mountain range, an adult dragon, black scales, green eyes with this acid dripping from its mouth, lands on top of the mountain that you guys are standing next to.
We should go.
It's
That's a big one.
easily 250 feet long, absolutely massive.
at this
Guys,
point,
I think we should go. I think we should go. I think we should go.
Zen has goosebumps because this is something he has never seen in his life.
Guys,
He
we're going,
may,
right?
he may
Yeah,
be afraid to move.
You can't see it because Aggie's so invisible, but he does pee a little bit.
Are you telling me that thing turns into that?
yeah, we shouldn't waste any more time. We should keep going.
Big dragon, big lizard, big, many, big
Yep, let's go.
malfunction.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
stick to the shadows of the trees and just book it.
With the shadow of this dragon casting over the clearing and the ledges and stuff that you guys are on, and letting out a roar that shakes the very stone you guys are standing on, I think we'll end our session. And as we start the next session, we're going to start with a fun little encounter.
What do you mean encounter? No, we're stealth in the shadows.
There's 3 people running through the woods. Like, Let's just go.
3 people because you're invisible.
Yep. Up for an hour.
All right,
You're invisible and you have pass without a trace.
facts.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
am
I
the
think
shadow.
so. I think we'll end our session here. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna disappear for 5 minutes or so. Stretch, get some water, get some snacks and stuff if you want it. We'll be back in just a few moments for bonus action, where we're gonna interact with chat. We're gonna answer some questions, talk about characters. There be dragons indeed. Welcome in. Like I said, I haven't got to use dragons yet. I figured now would be the time. Yeah, we're going to be back in just a few minutes for bonus action, interact with chat, answer some questions, talk about the episode, do all that stuff. So stick around. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Until then, stretch, get some water, get some drinks, take care of yourselves.
Dragons.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in just a minute. Give me a second, because I'm just gonna make myself really big. Y'all are gonna look at me in large form. That's how we're gonna do this. All right, speak. You should be able to. That's the way things work. Oh, hold on. Speak.
All right, let's make sure we're coming through.
Yeah. Okay. You're
Speaking.
coming through on desktop audio. Okay. Cool. This is me working around some stuff. So we have PB, Mowgli, and Reyna with us. Unfortunately, Steven had to leave a little bit early. He's not going to be able to do the bonus action, but I'm here, and you'll be able to hear their voices, even if you can't see them. But hello, everybody. Say hello, so I can make sure this is working the way I want it to.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, fantastic. Should be getting some kind of sound. All right. Hello and welcome to bonus action. This is the part of the show where we, answer some questions, talk about the episode, chat with people, do what we do, all that kind of stuff. First question we always ask when we do these is, how did we feel about the episode? Because Mowgli, you had a bit of a character moment, even if it was interrupted by internet issues, and we had some fun foreshadowing, some time for me to play around with some stuff I'm going to do in the future. So, how feel?
I feel like Mowgli gave them so much info through Aggie that they did not need. And I'm scared to see the after effect of like those who were wanting to do something, what they might do.
Yeah.
I feel like Astra's going to be a lawless place when we come back.
Yeah, Aggie's definitely setting up some people for potential disaster. It might be fun to see how that plays out. I am kind of curious about it. What about Mowgli and PB? What's your thoughts on the episode?
Aggie wanted to scare them into actually wanting to do something besides just the peeping Tom method that they're doing, which isn't doing anything.
Fair, yeah.
Bad things are going to happen to Astra soon, and we won't be there to help stop it.
Potentially.
So might as well throw some shit into a fire, see what happens.
Fair. PB, any thoughts?
I think being a teacher is really hard. It's really hard. I'm not cut out to be a teacher. Soul's not cut out to be a teacher. And I feel like I really want Soul to be like the pusher for the group to like make their decisions together without I know it's been difficult, trust me. But like, talk about it and make their decisions without like thinking about the gods and all of that and like the consequences of what might be that and just do what's best for them. I feel like I wanted to run away from the cave, but everyone's like, oh, but greater good. And I'm like, no, greater us. And now we're fighting a dragon.
Oh God,
Fighting
what have you done?
dragon?
Shane,
We're
everything's
running away.
Don't worry about it. I just
We-
fixed things. Don't question it.
I mean, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that
we-
looks fun.
we
We can see
are-
who's talking and stuff. So.
Running away from a dragon, but there's a possibility we might have to fight a dragon. And we killed a baby dragon and angered an adult dragon, which we could have avoided if we had just left. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Actually, I need to have OBS up. I just thought about that. I need to be able to see chat. You know what? It's fine. You guys are just going to see OBS. Don't worry about it.
Ow, don't do that. Don't do that. That hurts my head.
I don't know how else to do it. I don't want to put me really big on the screen.
I can read off the stuff.
Okay.
If there's any questions, yeah.
We'll do it that way.
Yeah,
then.
we can address it because this is chaotic.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do it like this. It works. I need to make a different screen thing because I was using I switched screens. It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Future thought.
Yeah, future thought. Professional streamers. That's how this works.
Mm.
All right. All that was standing. Are there any questions from chat? Anything that you guys may have been confused about, or questions for our characters, or anything like that, or any thoughts about the episode and about how it's going to proceed? Where we go from here? Because I'm setting up some stuff with this. I'm kind of excited for it to play out later on, but I am curious on what everybody else thought as well. I'll have to wait for you guys to read chat.
Chaos.
Yeah. It
It was chaos indeed. We're always chaos.
It is 100% chaos with this group. There is no chill.
Yeah, I think you missed most of the halfling thing where like Aggie was like kind of standing up to family and stuff, Ash. But it was a wild time.
Yeah, I gotta give Mowgli some props for because we talked about some stuff off stream, talking about his character and stuff, and I can see the vision, Aggie. I know where you're going.
Aggie kind of needed a bit of a character growth. He was just kind of there's parts of playing Aggie where he's just, chaos and doesn't really want to do anything, and he needed some character development. Luckily, speaking with a god who wants to take over the universe in his own image, or the multiverse in his own image, has kind of lit a fire underneath Aggie.
As those types of things would tend to do, I hope at least.
I also like how Aggie disappeared for like an hour from the group, came back. I was just like, all right, let's go. And everyone's like, cool.
No one questioned it.
And we got Soul being like, did everything go well? And Aggie's like, yeah, everything's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, the fact that we just kind of brushed past that, like, kind of felt like we were rushing in a way.
I will say,
I feel like Rayla
Soul
would have
was.
wanted to check on you more, but at the same time, like, it was a wild time.
yeah, I will say this group doesn't do like intrapersonal stuff very well. Not
because everyone shuts down when we try to do personal stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Fair enough.
perhaps as players, you guys should be a little more open.
Also, do you guys
I
know how
was-
hard it is? Because, okay, so for me, I've always had the family, like, a bonded character, like, super bonded to family, like, super close. Like, so when you were like, well, you should go visit your family, I was like, I feel like Raylith with Guardian Core, like, she would have kind of had that mentality of, like, not going to go say goodbyes. Like, we probably already said goodbyes.
I was genuinely, I don't want to say worried, but curious, I guess, about whether or not we would have to also introduce Rayla's family at the same time during the same episode. That would have been the point to do it. But for a second there, I was like, "Oh, are we gonna deal with the rest of the fairies too? Is that what's gonna fix to happen?" Like, because Solon's in not so much family to deal with, surprisingly. But you two, there's some stuff we could play around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have families.
Like I said,
But I will say, no one at that meeting was part of Aggie's family.
Yeah.
well,
No one.
extended family.
Maybe.
You did bring up one particular flaw that I hadn't thought of about Astra.
A little incestuous, yeah.
But we're just gonna
That part was rough.
we're just
We're
gonna
just gonna breeze past that one.
hand wave that one away. But yeah, any questions from chat? Any confusions or even just clarifications on anything or Anything like that from any of the characters or myself? I can answer it as well. I can't see chat though. This is weird. We're gonna have to fix this next week.
I think what I wrote for the meeting, I just wrote out a bunch of bullet points and some paragraphs of what I could say. It was longer than the notes I took for the rest of the session.
Oh,
That is a very Mowgli thing to do.
It is a larger word count, that's for sure.
I will say my most detailed notes are on the like family meeting versus everything else. Well, because I also feel like the rest of it was a lot of just traveling and not like anything that was super extra noteworthy, except for, you know, people being bad teachers or not being able to climb, you know, or somebody surprisingly having climbing speed, and someone surprisingly
Yeah.
being able to fly, you know.
I did kind of forget. I knew Raylith could fly. I kind of forgot about it because she always talks about like being big and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, I kind of forgot she was a fairy for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was genuinely surprised by you having a climbing speed. I did not see that on your character sheet because you have to on the character sheet. You have to actually click the walking speed part to see the rest of
Yeah.
it, like to see the walking speed and climbing speed. I've never done that before, and I don't know why you have a climbing speed. I don't know where that came from, what class feature it's from, and I'm like, apparently just skipped over that section of your character sheet.
Yeah, I think it might have to do with my species. Wood elf? Ow.
It could be. It could be.
I'll look into it, but I have it.
Yeah. I looked and I
And I
was like,
knew
oh,
I had it
would you
too.
look at that?
I was like, oh, this is gonna be super easy for me. But yeah. I think a lot of the session was a lot more just kind of light.
Yeah, it was a lot of me starting to set stuff up. I will say I didn't plan a ton for travel other than like a couple of scenes here and there. Since you guys chose the coast, you did take the easy path, so I didn't want to just put encounter, because I did have stuff set up for either one. If you took the regular path, it was going to be like some actual fights. If you guys took the easy path, it was just going to be skill checks and then like one or two scenes here and there to set up some stuff for later. So there is that. I don't know where I was going with that. I got distracted.
Climbing speed comes from your level 6
Roving.
ranger
Yeah.
feature.
Yeah, I just looked that up.
Well, there you go. Now we know.
I think
I
that's
should give you a book
new.
on traveling because I implemented some traveling mechanics in my own game, and I think it has encounters that aren't combat oriented all the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, traveling's always
That
been
do
my weakness. It's
that
like
do like some of the encounters like in this. The book's called Uncharted Journeys, which is a very good third party book that I recommend for anyone. But like each encounter that you can have during a travel thing can give you a benefit to traveling.
yeah.
So
I
like you can come across a vista and get like uh, a bonus to an encounter later on or something.
okay. Yeah, I will say travel's always been my weakness. The phrase about a week.
it was even mentioned.
Yeah. The phrase about a week is trademarked in my games because everything's about. You ever seen the Oh Brother Where Art Thou with George Clooney?
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
part where he's like, yeah, it'll take about 2 weeks. He's like, isn't this place a geographical fucking oddity? Like, that's how my worlds are built. Everything's about a week. I don't do travel very well. It's not my forte. I can do set pieces, I can do stories, I can do all that. Travel, we just kind of glaze over it. Which may be a detriment in this case because Indemira is built up as a very dangerous place, but you know,
Mhm.
it is what it is. The downfalls of being a DM. I'm not great at everything, but
You're doing lovely.
I thank you. I appreciate it. Did we have any questions from chat? I was waiting on you guys to read anything, and they just didn't. So I assume.
I mean, it was let's see. Ash saying she's gonna have to watch like the halfling stuff later. Yes, give me all the past character traumas was when we were talking about like meeting the fairies possibly too.
Yeah.
When you asked about like any other things or notes, they said nope, Gigi's all around, and Rithik says he still needs to catch up. So
Yeah. Once again, plug the YouTube. It should be down there somewhere. All the videos are uploaded on there. This one will be uploaded on there sometime this week as well. So, I will say I'm really glad we didn't clash this week because I was worried. We started dropping frames at some point, and I was like, "Oh God, it's happening again!" And then it fixed, and then it didn't crash on us. So I may have fixed it.
That's good.
that's good.
Yep.
No stress. We got it.
No stress. But yeah, if we don't have any, unless you guys have any other big topics of discussion, we can kind of just bounce for the bonus action. Unless there's anything at all to chat about.
You touch your nose so much it bothers me.
I do. It's what I do when I'm thinking. I don't know why. I just tap my nose. It's a problem.
It's like nose ghosts.
Yep. I can never play poker. Really easy tell that I don't think about sometimes. Either that or stroke my beard. One of the two.
Twirl your mustache.
I play with my mustache. I don't really twirl it as much. I don't think I twirl it. Do I twirl my mustache a lot? Chat, do I twirl my mustache too much? You guys have been watching me for a minute. Is that a thing that happens? I don't think it happens. Nah. But anyway, yeah, if we don't have any other big topics of discussion, I think we can.
I think don't encourage it. I should never. All caps.
If we don't have any other big topics of discussion, I think we can end this particular episode in this bonus section.
Oh, I do have one question to end on.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do to upset you? Why are you trying to kill us with dragons?
Okay, so two things. Minor hint or spoiler teaser, I guess, for the next episode. I'm not gonna make you fight 5 young dragons and an adult dragon at level 6. There is going to be an encounter. Not every encounter is combat.
Oh, this is a flea mechanic. Run.
I have unfortunately not done a ton of skill checks or like action scenes that aren't just combat, and I wanted to rectify that.
That's why. We messed up your climbing encounter with 2 of us just being able to do it. So you were like,
no, I already had that built, and it is linked to something. So a lot of what I do, if I do some stuff that seems weird, like a random dead guy in a cabin, it's gonna be relevant to something else later. I promise. It is a thing that's gonna show up for one reason or another. So it'll come later on down the line, but you didn't do anything to anger me. I'm not going to kill you immediately.
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. If I ever TPK you, it will probably be an accident. Probably.
TPK.
Yep, 16 episode season. And we'll be back for season 2. See you guys next week.
Yeah, no, that was all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, no, like I said,
I'm
I'm
need
not.
you to give me the names of the people that were brought up in that meeting.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my names list.
I just put mine away, or I'd give it back to you.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me read down these names again.
Because there's one.
Oh, I
There's
have them.
Agatha Draken.
Drayton. Drayton.
Rex Manderville, and then the one that began with an S I didn't get.
C
Or like a
actually.
Celestine or something.
Yeah, Celestina Hornby.
SCH.
It's CEL. Like Celestine. Celestina Hornby.
Okay.
And those are two senators. I say senators, 2 council members. Not on the High Council, they're on the Low Council with Organa Hill as well. And then Rex Vanderbilt being kind of he's an elf. He's in charge of the agriculture district for the past little while. Kind of leads labor relations and does all that stuff. Organizes everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we can end this episode. We'll be back next. Yeah, we'll be back next week. This next week's the
week
first.
after that.
Yeah, the week after that, we are not going to be playing because me and Raina are going to be out of town. But yeah, that's it. I don't ever know how to end these things. I'm not good at outros. Raina, you're an outro person now.
I am not. PB help.
Thank you for joining and watching the episode. If you want to check out and get caught up on like all the VODs, they're on YouTube. We also have clips on TikTok if you want like a less deep glimpse. But have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys all next Monday. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Look at PV
Shady
being an
fail.
actual professional streamer.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Showing off her skills. All right.
Supposed to celebrate it.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Bye.